Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this cute little crochet octopus. So let's get started. So you're going to need 2 colors of yarn. If you can get your hands on this very fuzzy yarn, they are just way cuter and fun, but you can also do this pattern with regular acrylic yarn. This is acrylic yarn. I don't know what to call it, but it's very soft and fuzzy. You want black and another color, or you can be creative and do what you'd like. And you'll need your hook and your scissors. This hook, I believe, is like a 5.0 or 5.5 hook. It's my OG hook. It just says size 1. I always use this hook, you guys, though, so. All right, let's get started. All right, so you'll start with your base color. Do your starting loop and chain 4. And you'll go into that first chain, just put your hook through, wrap around, and pull through both loops, creating a little circle. And you'll chain 2. And these first 2 chains will count as a stitch, and you'll have 8 total, including those 2 chains. So you'll do 7 double crochets. Once you finish your 8th one, you'll go into that first stitch here. Put the hook through, wrap around, and pull through, creating a little cap. And then you'll chain 2, and we're going to do I believe it's called a back stitch, something with a back. And basically you're going to, usually there is 2 strings here you go into, but we're going to just go in 1, and that's going to create an angle, so the stitch will move at an angle instead of just around. So you'll do 9 double crochets. So on the last one you'll do 2. And your first 2 chains will count as a stitch. So in total you'll have 9. And you'll go into that first stitch to combine them. So it should look like this. You'll chain 2 again, and this time you'll do 10. And you don't have to do the back post this time because we've already angled down here. So you'll just go into both strings this time like a normal double crochet. And you'll connect them at the first stitch. Then we're going to start on the tentacles. And you can kind of do this however you feel like. Usually mine don't always have 8. It can be a little tough to get 8, but we'll try to do 8 just for the purpose of the tutorial. If you have less than 8, it's no problem. So we have 10 stitches, as you know, at the bottom, so we're going to end up skipping 2 of them. And I'll let you know when I do that. So you'll go into the first stitch and do your double crochet, and you'll do a double crochet into that stitch 2 times. You'll chain 2 and then do 2 double crochets, then go into the next stitch. You just put your hook through, pull through, creating this little tentacle. And you'll do that again, chain 2. And if you want, you don't have to go into the same stitch for this one for the purpose of skipping at least 2 stitches. You can go into the next one. And do 2 double crochets. And go into the next one. This time not skipping. Chain 2. Into that same stitch, 2 double crochets. So it's starting to look like this. Into the next one, pull through, chain 2, and you see we have 1, 2, 3. This is our 4th one, and we've already skipped 1. I'm going to skip another one right here, so I chain 2 into this one. I'm just going to completely skip that one. Chain 2. I won't be skipping any more. Chain 2. Into the same stitch. So really, you can kind of just do whatever you feel like doing. A lot of times when I make these, they kind of turn out different. If you get 8, you get 8. If you don't, it's really not a big deal. They still look really cute with even 7 or 6. I think we'll get 8 on this one. So if you don't get 8, don't feel bad. We're kind of just winging it here, you know? It's just a simple, fun project. And it's not so much about the specifics. Okay, so that looked like crap at the end there. just going to go into the same stitch there to make sure it's good enough. Yeah, I think that looks good. So we're not going to cut yet. So you see we still have to kind of, it looks like this. We still need to cover up this. So you're going to hold it like this, and you're going to chain 2, and then we're going to start crocheting into the bottom. So you'll just go into that second petal, tentacle, and just find a loop to go through like that. So do a double crochet into it, and you're gonna keep going around doing that. So then you're going to the next one, find like loop to go through. You see it's kind of creating this little cage. So it's looking like this, you see. So just double crocheting into one of those loops. It's like a loop off of the petal. You see how I'm doing it? Okay. So definitely got plenty here. And we're back around to the beginning, so you're just going to go through and pull through so that it should look like this. And to kind of get rid of that little hole there, I just do this technique. So you've got your loop here, you can kind of squeeze it like this. See the hole is right there. Grabbing two of these strings here, these loops, to just combine them. So putting it through and putting it through another one on the other side, and just kind of, it's kind of like sewing it, and doing that another time at the other side of it. So then you see we've kind of sealed off that hole that was in the middle there, and it looks like that. So then you have your octopus. You can cut your string. So it should look like this. The head is a little big on this guy. I made other ones that are more like this looking, so you can squish him down a little, make him look a little less bulky and long, whatever you feel like. So to address this string here, sometimes I just like sew it into those bottom ones. I just find random loops to sew it through because it's all the same color, so it really doesn't show up so much. The only thing with this string is if you have some sort of adhesive like super glue, I recommend super gluing your ends with stuff if you're going to use this for like a keychain or something, because these strings, they just end up pulling out, and then sometimes you'll have like a random string and it just looks so bad and tacky. So if you have that, that's great. I don't right now. So what I do when I have the extra, instead of cutting it, I just like go through the other side and take my hook to pull the string into the center of the project, so it kind of just disappears. So then that's the base. He has 8, she, he, they, them, has 8 tentacles. I'll show you one of my previous ones. I turned into a keychain. Looked like that. So you can see Sometimes a matter of how many stitches you do here, it can just make it look different around the base. But in the end, they still look cute. So you can mess around with the numbers to change the look. But this is just kind of like a base tutorial on how to make the little guy, girl. And if you want to add eyes, so you have like 2 double crochets right here, you see that? So just set that down kind of like that. I have my black yarn and I just cut off a couple strings about this long. And I take my hook through the back of that double crochet and I just pull it through. And I tie about 3 knots. I can't conclude on how legit this is. This is another one of those moments where if you have adhesive, it's really great because what I'm about to do is not the highest quality tactic, but I just pull the string into the project because it's black. If I start sewing it in, it's gonna be very obvious that the colors don't match up. You can also like buy little eyes too. I know people do that, but I always have a plethora of black strings, so that's what we're doing. So you just have to kind of mess around with it and twist it around to get that like kind of turn it around. Then it'll kind of look like that. Good luck. Skip 1. So you have 1, 2, 3. Skip 1. And this string sure does love to shed. This yarn was gifted to me. I'm pretty sure this is the Dollar Tree yarn. I don't know, it was a gift, so I really like it though, minus the shedding part. It's really soft. Okay, so like I said, good luck with those eyes. They're definitely uneven. I don't know what's going on. You kind of just have to play around with it a little, but I mean, there you have it. Our little octopi friend. Sorry for the chaotic tutorial, but I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you have fun making these little guys and gals. And thank you for joining me. Bye.